Mm-hmm. Good evening, everybody. So today we are going to discuss our group's discussion, Literature Circle 2. We are Iamb group, yeah? So there are Zeynep, Rahman, Hamroh, and me, Aizhan. So, yeah, Zeynep, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think we can just start having about being on the topic the way actually Gulkhair, Eleonora, Nargiza, and our other classmates somehow who I never met before, but Oasis, I don't know, West, her name is some.
Layla.
So Layla, maybe, but the way they are participating, actually, they are on the topic. They have rules, and I think they were doing well. I over to you, Zainab and Amro. What do you think on the topic part,
Okay,
meaningfulness of their discussion?
I have written some kind of notes. Okay, the group seems to me they have a kind of good dynamic discussion, and each member contributes. They have focused on the specific questions related to the Macbeth actions and Lady Macbeth roles after the murder, and there was a clear structure. They started with an introduction of the roles. The questions were clear, and they share relevant passages. And also they do some kind of, they highlighted the passages and they do a screen sharing. It also add some kind of visual elements to their discussion. Overall, I think that the details of the characters they showed was really meaningful, and I really like their discussion.
Yes, yes, of course, Zeynep. I wanted to also mention here mindfulness. Oh, I wanted to add here also my thought about their discussion, because when their questionnaire asks question, they start bringing exact passage from the reading part from Macbeth that shows their preparedness. I do agree with you.
Also agree with you. I also want to say that their discussion was really interesting. The discussion moderator had good questions. I think she prepared 3 or 4 questions. The questions were really interesting, and I also, while watching, wanted to add something from my own. And I like the question about the modern and ancient, comparing the modern and ancient investigation of the murderer. And I also,
yes, I also sorry for disturbing.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I also like that they had the controversial opinions, like Gulkhair and Eleonora. That was good because they saw the situation from the different points of view. So this was like interesting moments of the discussion. Focus on key passages. So, I'm sorry. So for the on topic and meaningful discussion, so what grade we can choose? So I think it is. What do you think it is?
Excellent.
Yeah. So
yeah.
If we are all voting for, we may say 4A or something. 4 of us maybe say.
Yeah, just raise your hands if you.
If somebody says B, we can put 3A and 1B or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will put there because I see their preparedness, because they had a very great warm discussion, 2 sides and 2 different opinions. That shows they read and they taught their passage very well. Yeah.
Agree. All of us.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Rahman, can you highlight here, please? Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, next question is focus on key passages. So here we have, let's read A, if you don't mind. Rahman, can you look through the requirements for A?
Group members propose good, useful excerpts to study, including reading of the excerpts. Excerpts, a discussion of specific words and lines, and meaningful interaction with the text, asking questions, considering character or a theme. Yeah, they had this kind of during the discussion.
Yes.
They shared their screen, highlighted the
And
special
also,
passage. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I can bring example from Gulkair. She brought she asked other to read it, and also they not only discuss the key words in the reading part, but they metaphorically find the similar ideas in Russian language and in other language also, if you remember.
We're talking about that.
I also think that, you know, they were focused, and they were actually even respectful dialogue was in between, while even if going outside, the respectful dialogue between them, and understanding the key messages, sharing, highlighting even with different color coding. I think these are the things that we can expect. They were specifically reading words and line by line, and there was a meaningful interaction overall, we can say. So I vote hey again. What are your votings?
Yeah, I also think it's A.
Me too.
Because so they were highlighting. I agree with you. So I don't think that we should know add something more. So if you don't, just raise your hands like me. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. On the implementation, what do you think?
The same
responsibilities. I think the implementations were the same. They were good understanding. And on the participation and engagement, what do you think? Was it balanced? All members were active or not, or what?
In this part, I somehow saw Nargiz is somehow, even though she's she should connect. They other brought a lot of example instead of her, but she somehow she read it. She brought several example, but her role is so, how to say, not she's not too much involved in discussion. In some cases, they even though between them they also say Nargisa please had the opinions and these kind of things. But I don't know about you.
I also wanted to mention it because mostly Gulkaira, Jayla, Nora were talking.
Yeah.
And also a little bit Layla and others, but Nargiza was not very active.
Yeah, it means that here what we can do on the participation and engagement, because one member at least in the group was not well participating, and we can just put it B. This is what I also was thinking, that, you know, most members were anyway still contributing. Some members were less contributing, given their roles maybe or whatever, but overall participation still could be B, or still we can say even B plus, but not A, of course.
Yeah, I agree with B plus or even A minus, but not A.
Yeah.
Rahman, we can do this way, not B. Put where A and put A minus. It will be better.
Yeah.
Don't put B.
Yeah.
Put A minus.
Yeah.
Okay.
A minus.
Yes, and put it on. Yeah, like this. Yeah.
Yeah, because overall groups engagement was good. And
yes, of course,
and
because it is they had a very great interaction.
On the respect part, we cannot decrease anything because all were respectful people.
Yeah.
All members were listening to each other. Even the disagreement was saying that I don't agree. Still, that was a kind of like in a positive way, nothing negative.
Yes, of course. It's
the argument between Golkhair, Eleonora, and Layla and all was actually like 100% normal. Any thoughts? I can be wrong.
No,
colleague,
no,
maybe.
you are 100% correct. Right.
Okay. Okay, what are some of the interesting points for me? The way they were discussing the discussion and the respective the rules were actually clear, all we know. But the most interesting part was I was observing some disagreement between the group members. As Aizhan, all of us were talking, it was not among us. But in their group, there was some disagreement as well. But that was so respectful still. And this is one of the interesting points that we observed, I think.
This is also very interesting, and also what I really liked, they brought the exact passage, and this made their discussion very clear and very interesting. That shows their readiness and understanding. I really like also this. They somehow prove their ideas based on that books.
Yeah. Respectful arguments and disagreement
Hamroh, unmute yourself.
on point of views in the discussion. Colleagues, do you agree? If you want me to change anything, let me know.
So good. Respectful.
Yeah, everything's okay.
Yeah.
I also think that they discuss really good portrait about Macbeth character, about his feelings of guilt, his internal struggles.
Yeah.
And showing these internal struggles, showing these specific passages, as Hamroh said.
Yeah, I also want to add that the specific parts from the text where they were talking about they read the passage about how the nature was telling that something bad happened. So I like that they choose this part and they discussed everything. So they discussed the words, they discussed scene, and it was easier to understand when they were just screen sharing and discussing the words and the scene as well, about how nature was telling other people, about the bad things that happened.
Yeah. Aizhan, you may also think, how can we write your thoughts here?
Wait a second.
Do you? Yeah.
Okay. So
2 points we have already mentioned. The rules, the rules were also quite clear. Quite clear. The rules were clear, clearly defined among the group members.
maybe
one or two questions.
Oh, okay. 1 or 2 questions to consider on this particular text.
Then the things we played, actually, if they wanted to show to the people who watch and who actually know about them, if they could create some sort of backgrounds in their videos, they have just said that meeting 2. We don't know which acts they were actually talking about. While after watching, we understood that this is Act 2, scenes of Act 2 actually. But I think that they could just do it in a way that they could make it a little bit more from titles of the video they provided. Maybe those could be points, yeah?
It's a kind of suggestion, yeah, Rahman?
Yeah, here we need to question.
Here,
I forgot, we have question.
Rahman. 1 or 2 questions for group to consider on this particular text.
Yeah,
you know,
we could say
everything was.
If they had the chance to do it again, what would they do
Okay.
differently?
Different. Okay.
What do you think?
Good question.
Good
Rahman.
question.
Yeah.
I would steal your question and use all
I
the
also will
time.
steal Rahman. Thank you.
Yeah. So what
Yeah,
else you can do?
Yeah, good
One
question.
more question.
One or two questions is written, Rahman. In
Yeah.
general, I don't have any questions. They have a really nice, how
Good.
to say, topic. But maybe the moderator, facilitator,
What role they would voluntarily
uh-huh.
choose to play if they had to act?
Okay.
Rahman, you
Okay.
know, I like that you are so experienced in asking questions. Then I think, wow, Rahman is so clever.
Yes, because
Okay.
asking questions, this is the most difficult.
Yeah.
So now let's do this one or two improving. What do we do?
Rahman, there was a kind of a limit in
Of
video recording. For me, it was really difficult to spend. Of
40
course, it was
Yeah.
interesting, but 40
Yeah.
minutes.
Video, yeah, we can just make this suggestion. It was 40 minutes. All of
Almost.
us busy people,
Maybe
you know.
we say
The length of the video could have been according to the criteria,
mhm,
and it could have been shortened
yeah.
to 20 minutes.
Or 30 minutes. Yeah.
30 minutes. Yes, 30 minutes, this is maximum.
30 minutes.
Hamroh.
Max.
Maximum.
Oh, I like Hamroh's
So after watching the literature, record 5 to 10 minutes clip where you group discuss what you saw. So we discussed it already, everybody, the length of the dialogue, everything we discussed after watching 40-minute video. And we are recording it. Aizhan, if you and Zeynep, if you think that if you want to improve anything on these final comments, everything. Otherwise, Aizhan, you may submit it on behalf of all of us. You will do it.
Yeah. Wait a second. With your own literature, record a 5-10 minute clip where your group discuss what you saw about our.
Okay, this is what we have done. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
video recording after.
Yeah, with your horn. With your horn means us, we.
Oh,
We
okay.
watched it. We watched it. We discussed it for. Hope it is now not longer than 10 minutes already. So
And submit this recording to your professor with your written feedback so that it can be shared with the group.
Yes.
Okay, what you have learned from the group, any questions, suggestions you have, so we have done it, everything, yeah?
If this is final, colleagues, then we may just upload the video, Aizhan, and then you can share the link with us. Each of us can also submit and leave one copy of it in the LAMP folder. Miss Elizabeth may get it from the LAMP folder and share with
Rahman, wait a second. I think you just can mark as done. And then in our document, we can write here somewhere that our names, guys. Literature circle assessment. Let's write our names, not to like bombard with our same documents.
Okay. Okay.
Let's write Zeynep.
Okay.
Rahman. Hamroh. Okay, I think it will be enough.
Okay, you just share, we will just mark it as done.
Yeah, let's do like this.
Okay.
Do we need to write what group is it? Which group?
Aizhan, please stop the recording because it is already lengthy.
Okay, wait a second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.